Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Cast with Jake. Today's episode, I have with me Josh Redman of Exitwounds and Forever at Last. We, of course, talk about what's going on within Exitwounds and Forever at Last. There's a lot of good, juicy details coming up for Exitwounds. We talk about up-and-coming bands within the region and so much more. Unfortunately, there's no video to this one, which is fine. We still have the audio, so still a great cast, just no video. So with that being said, buckle in, grab a snack, get your coffee. Let's get right into this shit. Hey everybody, it's the podcast, I'm already off to a bad start, Jesus. Hey everybody, it's the cast with Jake. Today with me I have Josh Redman. He is the bassist in Exitwounds and the guitar player in Forever at Last. How you doing today, Josh?
Doing well, yourself?
I'm not too bad myself, man. So what's been going on in your world? What have you been working on lately? What have you done?
Not too much. So, Exitwounds, we've been having some issues with our previous vocalists, like just keeping a vocalist, I guess. Because Alec quit last year, and then we had Alex, and he recently quit, and now we have someone else, so we're having to retrack vocals again.
Oh, man. I was wondering why you guys hadn't released anything yet. I didn't know that Alex had left.
Yeah, so there were just some differences, and just didn't work out. So, but the guy we have now is pretty good, and you've actually probably met him before, because I'm pretty sure you guys were on the show that we played as Vices back in like 2017. We did a tour with this guy as a fill-in because Alec couldn't do the tour.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yes, I do.
Yeah. So he's actually in the band now, and he's been recording.
Well, that's really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's awesome because he's local, so we don't have to worry about trying to have someone drive from like 5 hours away just to record that song.
I was gonna ask that about your last vocalist. Wasn't he from like not Indiana?
No, he's from Pittsburgh.
Oh shit. And he just would drive to practice, or like what?
We only practiced a few times with them.
Oh, okay.
So like I don't know if it was the first time we practiced together, but right before a tour we did with him, the only tour we did with him, we drove out to Pittsburgh, and then we actually practiced with him in Pittsburgh. Because the first show of the tour was it wasn't Pittsburgh, but it was in Ohio, but still, it was close to him.
Right. That's crazy. That's crazy that you guys moved on to a different vocalist already. But I don't know how many people know that, or if it's been out in the open. But
not really. I mean, I think people have caught on just because of like stuff that he said on the internet and whatnot, on Twitter and stuff. But it's cool. We're not making really a big deal about it, honestly, because at this point we're just focusing on getting music done and hopefully put out soon.
Yeah, man. Do you guys have any idea when you're going to be releasing anything?
No. Not really. Just because of retracking vocals. We were wanting to have stuff out like already,
right?
But with Alex quitting, it's just kind of like put us back to square one almost.
Right. Yeah. I'd imagine I don't know, vocalists are just one of those things that it's hard to recover from, or I'd imagine it is, just because, I don't know, that's a part that can't easily be replaced if people like that aspect about your band, you know?
Yeah. So that's something I'm kind of worried about with like releasing new music, just because of the stuff with Alec. Because Alec was a good vocalist. He was a really good vocalist.
Right. Yeah, dude. He was a great entertainer too. He was awesome live, and
Oh yeah, but I think people like the guy we have now.
I think so too. I think that's an awesome move for you guys. I'm stoked on that.
He, um, so yeah, hopefully, as far as like music getting out, I don't know. We don't really have a time frame at this point.
Yeah.
We're just kind of focusing on getting everything ready, and then we'll start focusing on getting a plan together to release it.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So that's the latest scoop on Exitwounds. That's fun to know. So what about Forever at Last? Give me some details on that, because I didn't even know. How'd you get like caught up in that band? Because I know of them. I haven't seen them, but I know they have a very highly respected reputation.
Yeah. So they're also local to Indianapolis, and I don't know. I've just been kind of friends with them since I kind of joined, or kind of joined Vices, just because obviously they were friends. Alec knew Jared and B, um, and then I also ended up working with Austin for a while. He started a Guitar Center that I was working at, and Austin's their bassist right now,
Oh,
or I
okay.
guess our bassist. It's so weird to say
Yeah.
because it's not like out yet that I'm in the bands, but because we're still trying to like solidify everything before we just like make any announcements or anything.
Right.
But yeah, so I worked with Austin for a while, and him and I are close friends. And then their guitarist quit, and so at first I was just filling in on guitar for them so they could play a couple shows, and then we ended up they ended up just one day. I was like, "Hey, do you want to do this with us?" And I was like, "Yeah, I would love to because I love the music and I love them. They're all great people."
Right.
So it
That's
worked out
good.
pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Are you in any other projects, or is that just it?
That's it. Just
Okay.
Forever at Last and Exit Wounds.
Hey, I mean, I'd say those are two pretty good projects that if probably need a lot of time dedicated to them. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of slow lately just because of the Exit Wounds stuff with our vocalist, and
Right.
then Forever at Last, we had a tour scheduled, but with the COVID-19 stuff, we had to cancel it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Who knows what's gonna happen? In the next year. Are we gonna even have venues to play at, or whatever the hell?
I
I mean,
know it's sad to think about. I don't
yeah.
know.
But we'll get through it. There's always gonna be somebody. I said that. I said that before on here. I was just mentioning like, dude, we don't even know, because you. I could think of like 4 venues just off the top of my head that I know didn't make it through this, and like, but there's always going to be somebody. Just, yeah, I got the money, I'm going to open up a venue, and hopefully they do well with it.
Yeah, and worst case scenario, there's always house shows too, which are always fun.
Yeah, definitely. I
But
just want a venue to open up in Evansville.
I
That's
know I
something I
miss
want to do.
Wired.
Yes. I wish that I think I saw that it's for sale, and somebody had talked about grabbing it, but I think it was one of those people that probably just could only talk about grabbing it.
Right, right.
So yeah, I wish that place was, because that was a cool venue. If they just put some time into the sound, it'd be a badass venue.
Oh yeah, that and if they like actually brought like bands through, but
Yeah, yeah. If anybody in Evansville really did that, like that'd be awesome. We'll get
yeah,
like 1 or 2 good shows like a year, and it'll be hosted somewhere weird.
yeah. I really miss Boney Junes. Those were the days.
That was before my time, actually, which
Really?
sucks. Yeah, I got into the scene like um I'd say my time in the scene started when like Sortie started. So,
Okay, yeah.
because
I
that
remember
was
that.
the first venue that I played at, and then I don't know, it was whatever, it was a place to play.
Yeah, yeah. And then it burnt down, right?
Yes, it burnt down, and then the Sortie 2 opened, which was a very sketchy business deal, and Yeah, that was just a weird time for that venue. Like they were at
Yeah,
this
I never
that
saw
spot
Scorpions.
for like 3 months, and I think, and I don't know how true this is, but I think that it was previously like a really sketchy club where like a lot of bad things happened, and the owner of that got in trouble for those bad things. I don't remember exactly what they were, and that's why he got in with Mikey to do shit, because they were both just kind of sketchy businessmen, and they ended up
Yeah.
together. But
Yeah.
yeah, the old Evansville music scene. We're trucking over here.
Yeah. No, Boney Jeans was cool though. It was a really cool venue.
Yeah.
I kind of saw it towards the tail end of it,
Mhm.
just because I didn't get like I lived in Posey County, so it was like kind of hard to get out there since I didn't like drive back
Right.
then.
Yeah.
And then my parents weren't super into me going to shows, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of in the same boat. I was just in Warwick County, and I don't know. I didn't really get into metal that much, like anything that wasn't like a mainstream metal, uh, probably till college. So, that
Yeah.
was, but by then I was just in Vincent's all the time, and yeah. But, um, but Evansville seems to be doing better. I think the bands are stronger than ever right now. I do want to say that about Evansville, just because it was kind of a weird thing after PG shut down, to where we all knew we had to come together. It was going to be really bad, and I think that it went pretty well. It's going smoothly, as smoothly as it can.
That's
So
good. That's
yeah.
good to hear. Who all is like what all bands are there in Evansville at this point?
So there's us. There is Forthright, of course,
Mhm.
and this band from Owensboro, which they might as well be considered Evansville. Of Nothing, those dudes go pretty hard. For I don't know, they're a new band, and they sound like Currents, and I really like them.
Nice. Nice.
Then there is Remorse. I think they're still doing pretty good. I haven't seen them do anything, but I haven't seen anybody do anything, because we just got off quarantine. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're probably up to something. And then I haven't thought about the Evansville music scene in a while. I tell you what, those are the ones making noise. That's for sure right now.
Right.
And the Alpha Incident released a music video recently with Ian, so
Nice.
that was fun. Yeah.
Nice. Gee, I saw that Aegean posted something the other day. I don't remember what it said, but gee, I miss those guys. Miss
Yeah,
that band.
yeah, man. I wish we got on that comeback show out of nowhere, and I don't know, that was an awesome night. A lot of people showed out for that show. That was a crazy
Yeah.
night. I didn't expect for them being, which I guess they weren't really gone. They just Jim was gone, which it was different with
Mhm.
the other fella, which I don't know his name, but
I forget his name too,
yeah.
but
But now that Jim's back, it's a big deal, and everybody's pretty happy about it. So that's exciting. I hope they release some more music.
me too.
Yeah,
They're really good. They're really good at what they do.
really good spacey deathcore. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
So, with you being in Exit Wounds, I know you've been on a few tours. So what's, I don't know, just a crazy story that you have from tour, just some shit you did.
I don't know. I feel like we're a pretty lame band when it comes to touring. We kind of just go city by city. We don't really do a lot. The craziest thing I can think of though is I think it was our first tour as Exit Wounds. But we were in New York, like New York City, like downtown kind of, and we had a flat tire.
Yeah.
So that was pretty rough because ended up having to park on this kind of like incline,
Yeah.
and the jack we had at the time wasn't we thought it was big enough to handle the van, but
Oof.
after like trying to use it, we realized that it wasn't. So we had to call like AAA, and they brought a truck out to like lift the van so we could put our spare on.
Yeah.
And then luckily we were able to make it to the show that night. But then the next day, on our way to the next city, we blew the spare tire on the side of the interstate.
Jeez.
And yeah, at that point, it was rough. And at that point too, I was like really sick. I think I'd eaten something really bad, so I was just felt horrible. And we ended up having to detach the trailer and have the van towed to this service station.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be like this quick thing. It was like a couple miles up the road. We just figured we'd get the tire changed, and then Charlie would drive the van back and pick us up with the trailer, or pick up us and the trailer. But it turns out they didn't have the right size tire, so they had to like drive to the next town over to get one.
Yeah.
And yeah, we ended up sitting on the side of the road. It was like me, Alec, Lanny, and Christian, our photographer at the time.
Oh, okay.
So we were just sitting on the side of the interstate. It's like March, so it's cold, it's windy. I felt horrible. Like,
Dude,
it's pretty
sucks.
nasty. Yeah, I have like
pop tire.
really bad like stomach issues because of like I guess I'd eaten something bad.
Right.
And I was like trying not to shit myself on the side of the road. Dude, it was rough.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks so bad.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know, man. I don't know. We usually just hang out, and after shows we'll like drink, and then either go to sleep or drive to the next town. Usually it's either Charlie or I who like doesn't drink and stays sober, so that way one of us can drive.
Right. Yeah.
Because him and I are the responsible ones in the band.
I feel that.
It sucks sometimes, but also
Someone's got to fucking do it.
yeah, someone's got to do it.
Yeah, dude. We're actually about to get set up on our first tour. It's guesstimating in August, but not August, November. I don't know why I said August, but yeah. So who knows how that'll really go? But you know, we're pretty excited to do something more than a weekend run. So
it's fun. Can be financially draining, can be financially beneficial. Just depends on how it goes, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
But
I don't know. We have a business mindset on it, but then we have like now we've got Eddie, and you know Eddie did that really long tour with Carousel Kings, so he's got quite a bit of road work on him.
Yeah, dude, that was like a month. I remember talking to him about it afterwards, and I remember it like drained him.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, he's gung ho to do it again, so it couldn't have been that bad. Like,
it's good. Dude, we haven't been on anything crazy. I think the longest tour we did was like 10 days, 10 or 11 days.
Was that the tour with like with American Grimm? I think. Is that right? Is it that one?
That was one of them. I mean, I think just about every tour we've been on as like Exitwounds and even Vices to Veils, we're usually around the same length, just because we don't, especially in Vices, we didn't have like a super reliable van.
Right.
Oh, dude, that's another story. So like, my first tour with Vices to Veils, we were on our way down. We played Indy, and then we played Evansville. We noticed on the way to Evansville, we had some like kind of issues with the van, with the transmission. I don't remember exactly what it was because I was so fresh to the band at the time. I was just like, this is all you guys. I'm gonna just hang out. I don't feel like I have the right to like, you know.
I'm not a mechanic. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But and this was before Charlie was in the band too. And Charlie's our mechanic guy because he works at a dealership in the service area. So anytime we have any like issues mechanically, It's Charlie.
It's very
It's
nice.
Charlie's
That's
house.
our Tyler, dude. Tyler works on
Yeah.
semis all day, and it's just like I tell everybody, I'm like, hey, if you're in a band, you just have somebody who knows how to work on a car. Don't fucking get a van. Like just don't.
Right. But yeah. So we thought we had fixed whatever it was, and then on our way out of Evansville, we got to around Madison, Kentucky, and broke down.
Oh, shit.
And then we had to get towed to a service station. We had to stay in a hotel for a couple nights, and comes to find out, like, the van blew, or we had, like, the transmission line had blown. And
Oh shit.
at that point, we were just like, okay, this is not worth
No.
replacing. Dude, yeah, that was crazy because we literally just hung out at this like really cheap, shitty hotel, and then just kind of like drank and did nothing. Like there's nothing to do. There weren't any bars. There weren't like anywhere in walking distance really, except for like a gas station and a grocery store.
Oh yeah, you couldn't have like broke down somewhere cool like Louisville, like
Yeah, right. Yeah, but I don't remember what we were talking about.
Vans and you guys and how transmission blew.
Yeah. Before that though, like
Oh
what?
yeah, before that. Yeah, I'm lost. I have a very short attention span. So
Yeah,
let's
so
just-
do I.
well, let's just start somewhere new.
Fair enough.
What bands you think are murdering it right now in the music scene out of like regionally? Because I know the main reason I started this podcast is because I just know Indianapolis has an awesome music scene, Louisville has an awesome music scene, and so does St. Louis. And I know enough people to where I can show some people something different everywhere. So what bands do you think are killing it in like the regional area?
Regionally, I would say definitely Glass Hands.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dude, those guys are so good. They're so talented.
Adam is the best vocalist in Indiana.
Dude,
I would say further than that, but I haven't heard a lot of people in a lot of states, so I'm just saying Indiana because that's a safe bet.
Yeah, dude, he's so good and he's so nice too.
He's a
They're
sweet
all
boy.
Yeah, like we just went to Jack's wedding on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
And that was fun.
that's awesome. Yeah, I saw John make a big post about the wedding.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looked that we hung out with those boys after we played a show with them, and I can't remember who else was on it. I knew Forthright was, and like I think like Ciroletto, and
Yeah, I remember that show. I think I drove down to see them. And
yes,
you guys
yes,
went
you
to the
did.
show.
Yeah, that was
That was
a good
that was
show.
a
We talked to them a while after. That was a really good show for Evansville. For not being like a hardcore show. Like I feel like those shows always pop off for Evansville, but I don't know. Sometimes being in metalcore and having like a mix of rock, metalcore, or whatever the fuck in Evansville, it can be hit or miss.
Yeah,
But
it's the same up in Indy, kind of. There's not a big metalcore scene, especially like I noticed it. I really noticed it. I think it wasn't the last year of Warped Tour, it was the year before, but I saw Wage War, and dude, there weren't like hardly anybody. There's like nobody in the crowd for them.
that's strange because I feel like they would definitely be one of the better bands on Warped Tour.
Right? Exactly.
Late
Yeah.
2010s.
I saw that and I was like, it clicked. I was like, okay, well, not a lot of people around here like metalcore.
Yeah.
But
What
that's
are you
cool.
gonna do? You either play metalcore and do what you like, or you end up playing hardcore. That's how it ends up in Indiana.
Yeah. But no, so them, let's see. I've seen a lot about Hollow Front recently too.
I've heard a lot about them too. I haven't dove into them yet, but I have heard a lot of people talking about them.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I haven't listened to any of their new music lately, just because I haven't gotten around to it. I keep meaning to, but I keep forgetting at the same time. I'm
Right.
really bad at
It's all right.
it.
I'm the same way. I'll get around to it. I just don't know when.
Right, exactly. But yeah, they're really good. We played with them not too long ago, or I guess it was last year, but they're really good live too.
Where are they from?
Um, they're from Grand Rapids, dude. There are so many good bands out of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Isn't that where
Uh,
like Sleepwaker's from?
yeah, I was just about to mention them too.
Yeah, dude,
They're from,
those guys are doing really good.
dude. Oh
They
yeah.
they just
Um,
what was that tour they just announced? They're like with like Body Snatcher and I can't remember anybody else, but they're with Body Snatcher, so that tells you where we're at.
yeah, no, they're like it's a European tour with Body Snatcher, and I want to say the headliner was like Within Ruin, maybe, or Within Destruction,
Okay, that's it. That
and
seems right.
Signs of the Storm.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say that's weird for them
that's
to
gonna
be
be a
on
great
with Within.
tour.
Yeah, yeah, especially overseas gets all the good stuff.
Oh
Shows
yeah,
like that.
I feel like they appreciate shows a
I,
lot over there,
yeah,
so they don't get a lot of like bands like we do over here. I feel like it's
yeah,
pretty saturated over here.
yeah. I'll agree. It's definitely very saturated because I don't know. I'd imagine there's just more opportunity here too, or people just have more of a passion to. I don't know. Um, or maybe we just got
Yeah,
a fuck ton of people. I don't know.
yeah, I think it's that one. Just
Yeah.
so many people. uh, I mean, there's a lot of like, dude, so many good bands out of Europe though too.
Yeah. Yeah, there really
But
are. I've been really lately. I think While She Sleeps has been my favorite European release lately. Those guys are they never disappoint me.
yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
Um, that that song they did with Ollie just gets stuck in my head.
Oh, it's so good. It's
Anytime I listen to
so
it,
good.
yeah, it's so catchy.
I saw
Anytime I listen to it, it's stuck in my head all day.
I saw them in St. Louis with Thy Art Is Murder and Architects, and that was just one of the best shows I've been to in a very long time. I think that was
Dude,
last year. It
oh, I
was
bet
really
that's
good.
an insane lineup.
Yeah, yeah. I love big shows like I don't know. There's sometimes like really big shows because you don't want to go to a show for like one band because I did that before, and it was to go see Killswitch Engage, and I didn't think about it at the time, but with Jesse they are definitely not as popular or good as they once were, and then I think they opened for Rise Against, and I was really stoked on Rise Against, but I never was really into them until I saw that show. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I love big shows that turn out cool. Cause I also saw Slipknot, Lamb of God, Bullet for My Valentine, and Motionless in White all in one day. That was the whole
Wow.
lineup. That was a good show.
Oh, I bet that. Yeah, I can't imagine how many people were there.
Oh, it was packed. I think it was at Klipsch. Yeah, it was at Klipsch, music or whatever it's called now. Um,
Yeah,
but
Ruoff.
yeah, yeah, I saw it there, and it was packed to the brim. It was a good little show, good big show,
Oh,
I
I
guess.
bet. Yeah, the little big show. Yeah, but no, regionally, um, no, I've been so like out of touch recently with bands, like with
Yeah,
like the scene.
I feel like most people have. That's why I don't know. I want to talk to people about it because maybe I'm just missing something good, but everybody's had to stay inside, so we ain't getting out and
Yeah,
making good tunes.
another band, Sink the Ship. We played with them a bunch, and their vocalist is our manager, and they're really cool dudes,
Oh, okay.
and they're really good too.
I've seen them, and I'm friends with their drummer on Facebook, and I've been friends with him for a while. Jason, he's a
Yeah,
nice guy. He's really nice.
yes. Um, yeah, they're really good. They need to put music out soon though.
Did they? So I think I saw that like they had something about them touring in Japan at one time. Did they tour in Japan? Is that right?
Yep. Yeah,
That's
they did
crazy.
I want to say like a week, maybe less than a week, but yeah, they did a bunch of shows in Japan.
That's awesome.
Super cool.
Yeah, that's the goal. Just go somewhere fucking crazy and be like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, right. That and the shows there are insane too, because they love it out there.
Yeah, I bet. I
But it's
bet
so
it's awesome.
expensive to get over there too.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bitch. Oh shit, man. You know, one band I want to mention just because I thought of them right off the top of my head of like regional bands doing something. Perceptions just came out with an EP after pretty much reshaping their band, which is fun to see.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it. That's another one I keep meaning to listen to, but
Yeah.
I haven't
I
yet.
haven't listened to all of it yet. I've listened to bits and pieces, and I mean, it's good. It's really good. But it's what I expected. So
Fair.
they stuck to their sound, which is cool. I don't know. I'm getting into weird experimental stuff anymore, so I'm just weird about music anymore.
I feel it.
So
But
what
that's like the only. Sorry, go ahead.
You're good, man. So what do you listen to? Just like regular day when you throw on that Spotify music, because I just assume everybody has Spotify. What's that playlist number one full of?
Let me pull it up real quick.
Oh,
I'll tell you.
we're getting
I usually listen to like my daily mix
yeah.
playlists. Let's see.
And once you get those, man, there's just no going back. Like Spotify has you hooked.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah. There's a band called Lost in Separation that I've been listening to a lot lately. I don't. I think they're from Texas. I actually don't know,
Uh-huh.
but they're really good. They kind of remind me of like Invent Animate kind of,
Okay. Okay.
but maybe a little more like a little bit more their own sound, but they still have they kind of there's aspects of their music that remind me of like Invent Animate and bands like that. Limbs is another band. They're kind of like reminded me a lot of Under Oath, and that's why I love them because I just love Under Oath.
Yeah, dude. Under Oath's got some big jams.
Oh yeah, dude. Have you heard of Johnny Booth?
I don't think so.
Dude, they're really good. Should definitely check them out. And
So,
then
like the band name is Johnny Booth, or is that like the main guy? Is it like a Don
No.
Bronco thing?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the name of the band.
Those names confuse me.
Dude, the first time I heard it, first time I saw their name, I was like, I'm probably not gonna listen. And then
Yeah.
I think I watched one of their videos just to see what it was like about, and dude, they're so good.
Sometimes you just got to see what it's about, and
Right?
sometimes it pays off.
Dude, so band got canceled, but like Capsize was one of those bands. I'm really bad about like seeing the name and then like associating their name with a genre.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, I thought they were kind of like pop punky, and I was like, that's cool, but like not my thing.
Right.
And then when they were on the Warped Tour mix or promotion video,
Right.
I saw it and I was like, oh, these guys sound like Under Oath, kind of like I gotta check it out.
I totally thought they were pop punky too.
Yeah, right. Like just that name just makes me think pop punk, which is cool. Like pop punk's cool.
Yeah, I just think
it's
of
just
somebody on a boat, and just I don't know. That's pop punk to me. Just being on a boat.
Yeah, that's fair. That and pizza, you know.
Yeah,
all
pizza, boats, friends. That's all you need.
Right. But yeah, it's mainly just like metalcore and post-hardcore.
Oh, okay.
It's mainly what I listen to on a daily basis.
I gotcha. Yeah, I haven't listened to any. I just started listening to metal again, but I don't know. I've been diving into. I listened to the Currents album there for a bit, and that's really good. But I don't know. I've been going back to like Lamb of God for some reason. Just been listening to angry old dad music.
Yeah.
That's what I need in my life So I've been listening to that and like trap. So
That's fair.
yeah. I'm in my own world over here. I've been working from home way too long. I started a podcast to talk to people. It's great.
No, it's great. I love podcasts.
I do
Do you
too.
do you listen to Lead Singers or listen to Lead Singer Syndrome?
I do not. What's that about?
Oh, dude, you should check it out. It's the vocalist of Silverstein. It's his podcast with a bunch of other like lead singers,
Oh shit.
and it's great. I've like ever since I like started listening to it, I've learned a lot just from like hearing their perspective on like the industry.
Yeah.
And then they'll just tell like crazy stories that happened to them like on tour or recording or anything. Just it's really cool. You should check it out.
Yeah, that definitely sounds that's damn near what I'm wanting to do with this in the long run. Is just like, because I know on the episode with Paul we talked about the industry a little bit and like you just stupid things that can happen in it, stupid things that, or I had Paul from the Wise Man's Fear on. That's why
Yeah.
I forgot to.
Dude, I was about to say that's another band that's killing it right now.
Ah,
The Wise Man's Fear.
man.
And Whalebones too, dude.
Yes, Whalebones. I love them. I've never gravitated towards a style of music like that. Like I guess they'd be fall under like an indie rock category, but there's something about, I guess it's Nathan's voice that is just so just captivating to me. I don't know what it is, but of course the Wise
Yeah.
Man's Fear, to me they've always been the dudes. Like I met them even before I was in Torn Confidence. I saw them on tour, and yeah, just meeting them and telling them like, hey, I'm gonna be in a band one day, and they were like, okay. And now like, you know, we played a couple shows with those dudes, and Joe and Paul filmed our first music video, and then Joe did our second music video. Like we just got a lot of ties with those dudes, and they're awesome. I love those dudes.
Yeah, they're all great. They're all great dudes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Dude, Whalebones Nathan's voice is insane. Incredible.
It's like chilling at times. Like, I don't know, it's unique, it's fresh, it's what I want to hear. Like it wasn't their most recent release, because I think they're about to release an album or something, because they just released a single. But the single they released before that one rocked my world. I was like, this is some of the best music I've heard just come out of a music scene ever.
Was it Persona Non Grata? Because that one, when I heard that one, I was just like, oh, dude.
That may be it. Yeah, that may be it. It was, I don't know. They're very talented. Nathan, I don't know. I like that band. I like what they do. They're all crazy busy with, you know, 2 bands or whatever, and like, I don't know. They're all killing it. Just the Whalebones dudes and the Wise Man's Fear.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it's crazy because like I'm pretty sure. The Wise Man's Fear. I'm pretty sure they got signed to Sharp Tone around the time that we did.
Yeah.
And they're just now getting stuff out through.
Yeah.
Them.
And
But no, it's cool. It's they're doing really well with it.
Yeah, I talked to Paul about that, just because I don't know. I wanted to know, and I'll probably ask your opinion on or what happened with you too. So like I talked to Paul about being signed to Sharp Tone. When you got signed to Sharp Tone, you did your deal to where you were going to put out your music. You had your product. When they reviewed it, did they have any tips? How much input did they have on your release compared to what you guys had originally planned?
So we didn't really have much written at the time when we pitched to Sharp Tone. And they didn't. Part of the reason we aren't we went our separate ways with them. This is just part of the reason, but like part of it was because there just wasn't a lot of effort put into us from them.
I got you.
Because the guy who signed us originally is no longer. He's not like the main guy. what am I trying to say? So like there's Sean, and then there was Marcus, and Marcus is the one that signed us. Marcus is the guy who like he also owns Nuclear Blast and a Rising Empire,
Okay.
and he's the one who like signed like Sink the Ship and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
So we were one of his.
Are they on
sons.
Sharptone too?
They were. They also parted ways.
Okay.
Because Marcus is no longer with Sharptone anymore. And when he left Sharptone, from what I was told, he wanted Sink the Ship off of that label too. And then we were also kind of like unhappy because they didn't do much of like a they didn't do much marketing on our EP.
Yeah. Yeah, and like that's pretty much the whole fucking point of a record label anymore. Like, so
like, yeah, no, that's something we've talked about too with like a couple different people is like we don't get the point of like why would you sign a band and give them money and then just be like, okay, here you go, like good luck.
man, it's in my opinion, I just think there are a lot of fucked people in the industry, and who are just willing to give people or pretend they're giving someone their dream just for money. And that's the one thing that I hate about being in the music industry. And I don't know. It's why I don't trust anybody in it either. Like that's why I'm at the point to where it's like, dude, I might as well just get a small business loan and do this shit myself and fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's
yeah,
crazy.
that's something that we've like talked about too, is like just getting a loan and just doing it independently for a while.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I don't think there's any reason for a record label anymore. I mean, you know, for some bands it works very well. Some people get lucky. Some people, you know, just they get lucky. That's what it is. But others, you know, they get the shit end of a stick, and you just gotta roll with it. That's all you can do. And I don't like hearing stuff about in the industry and people just not giving a shit, saying they're putting money towards you and acting like it, and then they don't, and it's just like, well, who do we trust then? But
yeah, so like what happened with us was like, we weren't. It was weird. They didn't like, from what I was told, they wanted to handle the marketing and PR for our release. And then afterwards we found out like there wasn't really much done. And also, so this is probably just like an oversight on their part, but they retweeted an article that was like bashing our EP.
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I mean,
dude.
I feel like I didn't read it, but
What a big fucking oof. That's like, god damn it. That's annoying. The best offer that I have ever received. We got a response from I can't even remember the record label, but it was dog shit. This guy just messages us, and he's like, he shoots us an email and tells us, hey, we'll pay you, or if you pay me like $1,000 every month for like 6 months or whatever the fuck it was, I'll put you on the record label. And I'm like, well, I'd love to buy my way onto a record label and all, but like I don't think that's what we're doing. And like their most notable band was like Mushroom Head when they started. And if that's your most notable band, dude, I'm not paying you a fucking dime. Like, I'm just not.
Dude, Mushroom Head. So like I know people like Mushroom Head. Like I know people. Yeah, I don't really get it either. I'm not big into that kind of music, but like we played with them one time, and
now
we were looking for them, and there's like a pretty decent sized stage.
Yeah.
But they had like two giant, like they weren't risers, but they were like, one of them was like a turntable and the other one was some drums.
Yeah.
They had them at the front of the stage and they refused to move them.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So like we were like, okay, we're not gonna play behind these, and we're not gonna play like on the speakers in front of them. So we ended up like, playing on the floor. It was cool. Like floor shows are cool, but it was just the principle of it. Like why?
I've heard some horror stories about them because, like, from what, like, because I used to like them. I did. So I'm always curious. You know how, like, you liked a band, and regardless of how fucking bad they got, you're always curious about what they put out next.
Hmm.
That's kind of like me with Mushroom Head. I always know it's going to be dog shit. I know it is, but I just gotta see it. But
Right.
I've just heard horror stories about how terrible they are, and like I guess the drummer's like the leader of the band, and he's just like the biggest twat or something. I've just heard horror stories of people who went on tour with him. Just they were not fun to tour with, or they don't respect anybody, and
Yeah, no,
just
they
weird.
definitely. I saw it too. Kind of their. I don't know if it was like their manager or their TM or like their merch guy, but like they have like a massive merch display,
Weird.
and they wanted one of the bands. There was Sink the Ship actually. Sink the Ship had like their uh their like banner up behind their merch,
Uh huh.
and it was like for their like record, it was like their record artwork, but they wanted them to take the banner down. And they like told like made them take it down. It was stupid.
That's such
Like
a weird.
I'm not even sure why. Like I I guess they just wanted to be like the focal point of like the merch area. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I mean, they've been. I feel like half of their career has been riding off of a fake feud with Slipknot. So I don't know. Like,
I,
yeah, those guys just and the vocalist there, because I really liked Mushroom Head when they had a their previous vocalist Waylon in it, and then Waylon they went separate ways with him, and then he tried to make his own thing, and then that was dog shit too, and like I don't know, you like one thing and then you just hope for more, and there's never any more sometimes. It's
yeah.
I can't believe they're signed to Napalm Records. Napalm Records just signed Mushroom Head, and they released a couple songs, and like I don't know, I just feel like there are definitely better beds out there right now than Mushroom Head. I just do.
I don't know. I mean, they had like the show sold out. I guess they
Oh
had like a following, but like I don't know.
well, I'll. They just put their money where their mouth is. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Huh.
But yeah, so just kind of went off on a tangent. But yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Labels aren't like I'm to the point where like I appreciate what like the platform that we got from Sharp Tone or
Yeah.
that they gave us, just because it was, even though it wasn't like anything crazy, like we didn't like get huge or anything, but it was still like a platform to us for us to get to a wider audience,
Right.
which was really good, and it was really helpful for us, especially because like after the name change, we were essentially like a brand new band.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
Facebook kind of like wouldn't let us change our devices uh page name, so like I had to create an entirely new Facebook. um it was just a hassle, but uh what was I saying?
Labels.
Labels, yeah. Oh, they're not like necessary anymore. Like they're good if a label is interested in you. I think it's good, and if they're willing to like work with you and fund and help you develop as you grow.
Right.
But like I don't get why labels will just like hand bands money and then be like, okay, cool, figure it out. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
You owe us money now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like I don't know. I feel like with labels putting one, which I don't know. I feel like Sharptone may just have enough money coming in that I mean, there's a lot of really good bands on that label. They might just
Oh
have
yeah.
enough money coming in that they can just fucking do that. Maybe
I
it
don't
hits,
know.
maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
I don't know how much like I don't know. I talked to a couple of different people about it at the time because we were like trying to figure out like what was going on. Like I don't know. A couple of people also told me that it just kind of sounds like they're stacking pennies to
Uh,
fund their larger releases,
okay. Huh.
which kind of sucked. But like
Yeah.
I guess
So
that is what it is.
I
I guess
mean,
it happened.
it's that would at least make sense. Like, like it's a way. It's a shitty way, but it's a way.
Yeah. But
Or
I don't know. It's cool. It worked out. We're not like any crazy debt, and
that's good.
even though like because we originally recorded a full length record with them.
Yeah. I was actually
And
gonna bring that up next. Like, so what happened with that? Like, I know you guys put out like half of it, and then like you had another half, but I want to know what
so,
happened to the other half, and can I listen to it?
yeah. So what happened basically was we went to Nick Ingram in Columbus at the Capitol House, which was a lot of fun. We were there for like 2.5 weeks. We recorded a full length record. I want to say it was 10 or 11 songs. I don't even remember at this point. It was like 2 years ago almost.
Right.
But we recorded the full length, and we had some like heavier songs, and then we had some the Visions EP
Uh
as
huh.
all the other songs. So we like after everything, after we got done recording, the label hit us up and they're like, "Hey, we kind of want you to like split up the full length and do 2 EPs. That way, you like have consistent content coming out rather
Okay.
than just putting a full length record out as a new band
Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
yeah, and then like spending a year on that cycle
Yeah.
without like new content." So we are like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It kind of sucks because we had like our hearts and minds set on a full length, but then after like thinking about it and talking to them about it, it made sense to us, and we're like, yeah, that's a better idea. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we put out
Definitely.
Visions. We ended up using so Choices we released before we got signed,
Yes.
and we had that video already, like we already had that video for it, so we re-recorded that, and then we just ended up using that same video. So that's why like we have three music videos for like one EP,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
originally we were going to have 4 singles for the record. So we did 4 videos. Yeah, 4. So we did Hades, Medusa, Choices, and Divide.
Yep.
Um, and after and then that's when they told us they wanted to split it up. So we ended up putting the 3 singles out. And then Divide was going to be another single on the second EP.
Okay.
But yeah, so that came out, and then everything happened with us and Sharp Tone like separating ways.
Yeah.
It worked out well for us, I think, because like we don't owe them any money, so like we're not going to get like a check for like 10 grand or not a check, a bill for 10 grand.
That's good. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
happy for you guys because that would suck.
Oh yeah. But and also they let us keep the other EP. So like even
Awesome.
though it's recorded and paid for, like they just let us keep it.
So
But
does Sharptone like? I'm curious about like the rights to it. Like so does the Visions EP like is that partially owned by them or what's the deal with that?
it's owned by them
Gotcha.
completely, I believe. So
Okay, so you
they
get the other half and they just have that one.
they just have Visions. I think the other half is ours.
Oh, that's cool.
But they so I don't remember exactly what our deal was. And also I wasn't the one at the time communicating with the label. It was our manager, Colton, and then Alec.
Uh huh.
Because they only wanted communications with one person in the band.
Uh,
um, but so I don't remember exactly what the deal was at the time. But as of right now, like I think we will still get royalties from Visions once the recoup is paid off
okay.
from that from like Visions.
That's
So
good. That's good.
probably never. But it's cool. It's cool. It was a
So,
good platform for us.
well,
It's like
actually, I was about to ask how's that payment thing gonna go, but then I guess something like because I know on like Discord or not Discord, god damn it, DistroKid, you can pay like X amount to people. So, but I don't know how labels do things compared to just slapping it into disco or
yeah,
just
I'm not sure either because I don't. I think it was like the German, like off like part of Sharp Tone that the did the release itself, like actually like put it up and uploaded everything.
Right.
Because I remember we had, I think if I remember, we had an issue with something, and it was because, and it took a while to get fixed because of the fact that like we had it was the German off like German part of the label that did it. But no, I am not 100% sure how it all works, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I do know that like we won't get royalties until that recoup is paid off, which probably won't happen anytime soon because it was like.
Well,
I think we
hey, if anything, you guys have what you got in the future, and what you got the other half of, and you can hopefully just make money on that,
Yeah, we're still figuring that out because like some of the songs on the next EP that we're planning on doing is stuff that we wrote and recorded back in 2018 for that other EP.
Oh,
but
shit.
Yeah, so that stuff will get released. Like,
Gotcha.
I think so. It was supposed to be the EP2 was supposed to be Divide, and then we had Grave Robber, Pulling Teeth, Desolate, and Emperor. I think we re-recorded Emperor.
Oh, no way. I'm excited.
So yeah, we did re-record Emperor, but since Alec quit, we kind of like we decided not to use that anymore.
That's
just
fair.
because it was like a huge thing for him back in Vice's like,
Yeah.
And we didn't want to we wanted to like respect him and let him like not like have another person sing that song and do that song. So
Right. Yeah, because
So, yeah,
you guys released that as Vices, didn't you? I mean, that was released before you were in the band, wasn't it?
Yeah, I remember texting the guys and be like, "Hey guys, song sounds great. Good job."
Cool single. Back in the days
But yeah,
of we're gonna bring this up right here at the end. Valena, we're gonna talk about it since we talked about it last night with Eddie. That's why.
oh boy.
Yeah, just about how like, what you guys only play. I remember you guys like played 2 shows.
We played, I think 2 Evansville shows, but we also played like a show in, wasn't Bloomington? Oh, Bedford, with Vices, and a band called Aries, which Charlie was in at the time.
Yeah, I know them. That's basically Relics now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, those dudes are doing really good now. I like their
Oh
stuff.
They're cool. They're good. Another band that I haven't really listened to much of their music, unfortunately.
They don't have a whole lot out, but I mean it's worth listening to. They're pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're super talented. Like they're all crazy talented. It's insane. But
Yeah.
I just it's another one of those things where I'm like, oh, I need to listen to that, and then 5 minutes later, I completely forget.
Right.
No, but they're good live too. So I've heard the music, but I just haven't like listened to it on the internet, which I should, because I'm pretty sure Chris Foster did their stuff, which is who we're recording with now.
Okay.
But I could be wrong though. Gee, I don't know. I'm just so out of touch with things lately, just because of the COVID-19 stuff.
Yeah, dude. That's why I don't know. I'm catching up now. I found that Cohen, Cohen, the band.
Yeah.
They just went and recorded with Jack, who's the guy we recorded our album with, and they rebranded. Like, holy fuck, those dudes are about to come out swinging.
Nice.
They showed me their whole EP, and it's gonna be one of the better releases in heavy music, because Kenton's nuts, dude. They got a whole new band behind Nick. They everybody who was on Happy, their last album, just isn't in it anymore, and they got some players now. They got some heavy shit coming.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um, Helena.
Fully.
That was crazy. That was a crazy time.
It was because you guys, like, I don't know, you were just the thing in Evansville. You were popping. Nobody could deny it. Because I mean, I remember I went to the one of the shows, and yeah, it was nuts how many people came out for that. I mean, that was the show I'm thinking about is the one with like Just Savages and the Back and Forth Affair, and I can't remember anyone else who was on it.
Oh, I can't remember either. But speaking of, dude, Just Savages, they were really good.
They were way back when.
Yeah. No, it was crazy though. I don't know how we were. I don't know why people liked us. We were really not that good.
That's what Eddie always says, and I'm like, I don't know, man. It was you guys were about it. You just had an awesome stage presence. That's what it was.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
But,
I haven't listened to that song, those songs in forever.
Yeah. Oh man. Shoot.
But
Well.
yeah, I mean, no, it was cool. Like that's where I met Eddie. And
Yeah.
Eddie's a great drummer and still a friend. And
Eddie is.
and that's
He's
also
very
where I got.
nice.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said Eddie is. He's very nice. I'm glad that he joined us. That was a blessing we didn't know we needed. He's I don't know. He's went above and beyond the Call of Duty so far for us, and we're excited to get some shit going with him.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I was super stoked to see that he joined you guys.
Yeah.
Super stoked for him and super stoked for you guys too.
Definitely.
He's a really good drummer.
He is, and hell, I'm wearing his other band shirt. He's in 3 bands. Did you know that? That's a lot of bands.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. I feel like 2 is a lot.
Yeah. 2 is a lot. I don't know. I couldn't do more than that. But then again, I'm doing this podcast, and I feel like as much time as I put into the podcast, I could put into another band. But here I am.
But podcast is cool though.
Yeah, man. It's easier just to do shit myself too. I ain't gotta rely on anybody else. It's easy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well, we're running up on an hour here, so I thank you very much for coming on. It was fun talking to you. We had some good chats here.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yep.
I enjoyed talking. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I thank you. I enjoy talking to you.
Yeah.
Everybody listening, thank you for making it this far. Check out Exitwounds and Forever at Last. I will play some of the songs after the episode here, so check them out. And Josh, you have a swell day.
You too.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
Later, man.
See ya.
Thanks for checking out today's episode with Josh of Exitwounds. Check out next week's episode with Nate and Ben of Archers, Friday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. See you then. Until then, have a great week.